Hello, it's Jen. Welcome. This today is especially for all of you women. And today we're going to talk about PMS and the symptoms that come along with that and how you can find healing from that in natural ways. What our society teaches and tells us about having our period and menstruation and what that's like, and really the new truth that we want to embrace instead. I want you to just think for a minute about the commercials that you see around anything tied in to having your period. So much of what we see is an expectation of things being uncomfortable or being messy or us being, as women, being out of balance and not fun to be around, right? Think about the comments that you hear from maybe your partners or for other people, and they're always negative comments about, well, stay away from her, she's just, it's that time of the month, leave her alone, whatever. And they're not nice and uplifting. And we see commercials that tell us that we need to medicate, we need to take Advil or Tylenol or whatever it is to help us with these things. And so there's an expectation in our society that has been created that it is a difficult process, that it's meant to be uncomfortable not only for us but for those that we interact with. And there's this lack of honor and respect of the divine feminine within us. And having symptoms of PMS from a standpoint of our beliefs and how you can start to heal yourself is tied into this acceptance of your feminine nature and who you are. And unfortunately, not only in Western cultures, but throughout the world, for the most part, there is and has been for thousands of years a lack of respect and honor for the divine feminine. And so these beliefs are not just yours, they're not just things that you are seeing in society today. They are things that have been passed down from generation to generation. There are some cultures where it's actually shameful to start your period. And there's a lot that we need to overcome. So I have two things today that I want to offer to you to change this within yourself and to start seeing and appreciating things within you as a divine feminine being and change the way you experience your monthly cycles. The importance of having a period, obviously, is if you don't have one, then you're not capable of conceiving and bearing children. And it's very easy, I think, to get caught up in the this is discomforting, I don't like the way this feels standpoint of things. It doesn't feel good to have cramps and to be bloated and to be teary and to have cravings for sugar or salt, whatever you crave. That's not enjoyable. But the truth is that it does not have to be that way. So like many beliefs that we have, you need to start by questioning them and seeing if they're actually accurate or not. Do things have to be this way? And I want to tell you wholeheartedly that things do not have to be uncomfortable for you when you go through your monthly cycle. That is not normal. That is a sign that things are out of balance in your body and that balance needs to be restored. It doesn't mean that we just need to accept these things as the way they are. So that's the first thing, I guess, is realizing that you don't have to accept these symptoms as normal and having the belief that they can be changed without having to hide in your bedroom for a few days every month or to take a whole bunch of Motrin or ibuprofen so that you can feel better. So the shorter term way to deal with that, instead of taking medications, is this little thing. What is this? This is called the MagFlex or the Backflex. It's produced by a company named Niken, which specializes in magnets and energetic type of medicines. And when I still have a few symptoms associated with my cycles, but most of them are gone. But when I do, this is what I use. This little pad has these magnets on it. There's this side here and this side that looks like little donuts. And this is the side that you put against your skin. And so all I do when I have cramps is I take this and I tuck it down in my jeans and I put it right against my skin and I let it sit on my belly and I wear it there. And then if I have discomfort in my low back, then I'll just move it to my low back. And within a few hours, I don't need this anymore. And then I'm done with it and then I feel fine. And so this is a wonderful, wonderful, shorter term, immediate thing that you can get today. And I will post a link for you on this website so that you can use this to help you if you have cramps and discomfort in your abdomen and you don't want to be taking over-the-counter medications, which are really bad for your liver and not so great for your body generally. So if you want to try something else to help you relieve your PMS symptoms of the cramping, then this Nikken MagFlex or Back Flex, because it's actually specifically designed for the back, is very, very useful. It works wonders. Just put it right next to your belly over your abdomen where you have the cramps, and then you can also put it on your back when that area is feeling discomfort as well. So this is a short-term thing that you can use that works beautifully. The longer-term process for healing from the PMS, which requires a little more introspection, is changing your beliefs and your views about being a woman and about the process of menstruation and your cycles generally. So usually we have thoughts and beliefs that it's something we don't want. And I can tell you from personal experience, I often had that belief myself. And then I did a lot of work and healing around accepting my periods as normal and being grateful for them. But it wasn't actually until I had a miscarriage and then I got my period again that I was truly grateful for starting my cycle. Truly grateful for it, because without it, we can't conceive. And so that cycle is the seat of our femininity, of that creative aspect of the divine feminine. And the more you can uncover your hurtful or shameful beliefs around that aspect of yourself and heal those false beliefs, the less you will experience your symptoms of PMS, regardless of what those symptoms are. They will decrease in severity, and ultimately it is possible to heal yourself from those things. So take some time to tune into yourself and ask yourself, what do I truly believe about having my cycles? How do I really feel about being a woman and embracing this creative process? The uterus is all about creativity and bringing forth new life. What a beautiful gift that is that we have been given as women. If you have not read the book or heard of the book, The Red Tent, I strongly recommend this book to you. I loved this book. Everyone I talk to who has read it absolutely loves it. It is a story of the women in Old Testament times and talks about how they got together each month because they were bleeding together, and they would celebrate this time and honor this time. And I would encourage you to think of your cycle in the same way. How can you honor and give yourself gratitude for this beautiful experience that happens month to month? And if your cycles are irregular, start expressing gratitude. Do the same healing process for yourself around the divine feminine and around being this glorious female and the gifts that you have been given to bring forth life. As you start to express gratitude for that, you will start to see changes in your cycles. How long it's going to take is going to depend upon how much healing needs to be done and how much you allow things to bubble up and to surface and to be released. So if you're struggling with PMS symptoms and you don't want to keep taking medication and you don't like the cravings and the emotional fluctuations that come with that every month, start doing some healing around how you feel about yourself and perceive not just yourself but women generally and their ability to create and how you envision having a period. What I would often do is when I would experience cramping or when I would experience cravings, I would give thanks for that, and I would give thanks for my cycle. I am so grateful that I have this beautiful cycle that I get to experience every month. I am so grateful to be a woman. I am grateful for the ability to bring children into this world. I am grateful for my divine nature of creativity and for my ability to birth new life. It doesn't matter whether you're actually of childbearing age or not, you can still have healing around these issues. Because it's not just about birthing children physically, it's about our nurturing aspect and our creative aspect. See where you might need to do some healing around the idea of nurturing or being nurtured or nurturing others. This is part of our divine feminine nature. So take some time to see what you can uncover, what false beliefs you have around being a woman, and start to see changes in your cycles and your PMS and express gratitude for this process that you are able to experience. And then again, in the short term, the Nika and Mag Flex or Nika and Back Flex is extremely helpful for relieving yourself of those cramps. One last thought and suggestion for you as you start to honor this part of yourself is you will realize that the first day or two of your cycle tends to be the most difficult for most women. And if you are able to, I would urge you to create as much time as you can for yourself to allow yourself to rest. Give yourself some self-care and nurture yourself as you start your cycle each month. Your body naturally goes into a period at this point where it wants to rest and just kind of be nurtured and recover. There's a lot of energy that goes into the shedding of the uterine lining. And so our energy tends to be low at that time. So when you know that that time of the month is coming and you're going to be starting your period, give yourself a break. Create some room in your schedule as much as you possibly can to allow yourself to maybe sleep a little more, to take the entire day, if you are capable and able of doing that, to just slow down and to tune in and to relax and to give yourself what it needs. If your cycles are regular enough that you have a good idea of when they're going to start, then look ahead on your calendar and schedule those days so that they're a little more low-key. If you can change your activities around that day, you can start to honor the nature of your cycles and start to tune in with how you're feeling and what you actually need. And just like all of the healing that we can do for ourselves, it requires the ability to increase our awareness and tune into ourselves, to how we feel, to what we're feeling, and to what we stand in need of at different times. So honor your divine feminine nature, and you will find more and more healing from your PMS. And as always, if you want more help and guidance with this, feel free to schedule a session with me for some energy healing, and I would love to work with you and get you started on your own personalized path to find more healing. Share this with other women who might benefit from it, and have a fantastic, blessed day.